Well, Remco, you told us at the start of the week that you hadn't really felt good on any days when you're at altitude in Sierra Nevada. How good did you have to feel to deliver that performance today?
Well, honestly, I think today has been the best day of the last month on the bike, so that's actually very good. It was also just an effort of about 40 minutes, so it's a different effort compared to a 1 hour and a half or even 5 hours. So yeah, I must be happy that the good day came today. I felt improvement every day already this week, so that's actually very good. But yeah, I think overall I'm not at my best yet, so there's still way for improvement, which is a very good sign. Also in terms of weight and everything, I mean everything can still improve, or let's say can become more sharp. So yeah, it's just a very good step forward towards the tour, and we just have to be patient and keep working without any pressure or any rush.
I'm going to try and coax you into saying that you're going to go for the win now by asking you, have you got fewer doubts about your ability in the high mountains than you had about your shoulder in a time trial?
I don't know. I think I knew my shoulder was pretty okay the last days. So I think I was less concerned about the shoulder than maybe my shape that is going to be needed for the last 3 days here in Dauphiné. So yeah, I'm just going to suffer and try to get through as good as possible and try to limit the time loss. But I cannot promise anything to myself about following or being able to attack myself or whatever. So it's going to be a day-by-day progress, and whatever the result will be Sunday night, I will be happy with this stage win and with already the feeling that I'm having through this week.
Remco, can you explain the difficulty and suffering over the last 2 months to get to this point to win in the World Championship jersey?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I've been almost 3 weeks off the bike, especially with the scapula injury, which was very uncomfortable. Also, the smack that I had was a pretty rough one, so I think that also caused a bit of longer needed rest. And then I've been with the team in altitude in Sierra. There, I was always the last on top, always suffering, almost couldn't finish any effort. And when I finished the effort, I was feeling completely dead. So yeah, I've really been suffering my way through the altitude camp, and then I went back home, had a good few days of rest at home with my wife, and then yeah, just trust the process and hoping for a good day today. And yeah, in the end, it was there. So I think yeah, it's all about staying calm and knowing that the big goal is there in just about a month.
Okay. And yep. Looking at Rog's time, what does this mean for the GC? How dangerous is he? Again, the days come 30 seconds there about the GC.
Yeah, I think he looked pretty strong last days as well, always in the mix for the sprint. So in my opinion, he's the main favorite for the GC. I think he was already before this race. But yeah, I can only be happy with the advantage that I took today. For myself, I'm not sure if it means a lot for the end of the week, but of course it's always better to be a bit in front than behind. So I'm definitely going to try to defend it, but it's just a bit unsure if I will be able to defend it. So we'll see day by day, and then like I just said, whatever the result will be on Sunday evening, I will be happy because I took a stage win and I can go out with positive feelings.
Derek, how was it out there today in the yellow jersey? Didn't stay in it, but I'm sure you enjoyed it.
Yeah, I really did. Part of me wishes it wasn't a time trial for my day in yellow, but no, it was pretty special. Maybe it hurt a little less than it would have.
And looking at the results, how do you think your ride stacked up? Was there anything you would have done differently out there?
Yeah, just a few technical execution bits. I mean, I went as hard as I could, so that's all you can do. So for sure some technical stuff, but yeah, I was pretty shocked when I heard 6, so I'm very happy with that.
It's your first time trial of the year.
Yeah, I had some more scheduled, but I missed a big block of racing with some injuries, so got on the TT bike at training camp, and yeah, glad I did.
And Derek, what do you take away from yesterday's stage win, this ride in yellow today, looking ahead? How does it affect you?
It's just a huge confidence booster. I mean, a TT is, yeah, it's the race of truth. So to be 6th is really, yeah, it's massively confidence boosting. Yeah.
Derek, first time you've been in this position in the yellow jersey in a time trial. Just talk to us about the sort of maelstrom of emotions and how you feel as though you kind of cope with those throughout before the ride and during the ride.
Yeah, for sure. It was the most stressful time trial I've ever done. Usually you know, you go out there, you want a good result, but if you don't get one, you know, that's life now. Last off, there's a, you know, camera following me. That doesn't happen very often, so for sure it was very stressful, but at the same time, it's stressful for a good reason, you know, wearing the yellow jersey.
Some of your directors sportifs are quite excited and curious about what you might do this weekend. Obviously, it's a bit of a first test for you as a GC rider. How excited and curious are you about how you might do over the weekend?
Oh, I mean, before I think I was actually more nervous at the start of the week because, I mean, it's already been a success, massive success, no matter how it goes. So, yeah, I'm definitely excited to see how it is. Obviously, some big mountains, and you know, I'm not 60 kilos, so it's gonna be a struggle. But at the end of the day, I'm really just curious to see how it looks on the other end.
Very fast, at least that's what the stopwatch says. How did it feel to you?
Yeah, grim. It was just, it felt slow, you know, like it's that tarmac that's like quite grippy, so yeah, it felt really hard to get the speed up, especially over the top of the climbs. But I think I did a decent enough ride, so fingers crossed.
The sort of middle section and second half of the course was a lot more technical. How did you try to pace the effort?
Get the first sort of bit for free, and then whack it from when the climb start, basically. So yeah, it was a lot. Like there was a climb, I don't know, with 4k to go, and that's sort of the finish, because then it's a couple fast downhills and only a couple small kickers. So yeah.
And just in terms of judging the effort, are you looking at your power output, or are you just doing it all on speed, or how do you ration your effort?
Yeah, this one was a bit more on speed with because it was so up and down, the general sectors. You can't hold the same speed, so basically I know roughly what I want to do for that whole sector, and then if I'm below it, squeeze a bit. If I'm above it, ease off a bit. And it was about like not showing off at the start, kind of not getting everything out, because it's so much longer than you think, especially that last sort of 7-8k just keeps going.
How important of a TT is this for you, Josh?
Yeah, very. I mean, I haven't done any back TTs this year, so I'm not going to get too many before the Olympics. So whether or not the result is up there, it was mainly to get a feel of how close I can get to perfection, and then if it's slightly slow, then it's slightly slow, and I'll just gain some form before the Olympics.
Any feedback for Carlos?
Whack it, mate. A lot of corners are late entry, so